All right, let's talk about them. Side hustles. We are noticing that there are more and more people, especially women, including women, that are out here looking to start this thing on the side while they're working on their main source of income. Some of us, many of us, are looking to turn that side income into our main income. Well, I have been able to do exactly that and help tons of other folks do the same thing. And now I have my YouTube channel and I'm finally taking it seriously and putting out some content around it. But it's definitely going to be helpful for you. So sit back, relax. Well, maybe not. Put your seatbelt on. We might go for a fast ride here. But I'm definitely going to take you through this side hustle phenomenon and what it means and what you should be doing right now. All right. So when it comes to this, let's be real. You're living in the United States, then you already know cost of living is getting ridiculous. To the point that many of us want to see some changes, period. Some of us just want to be able to breathe and be able to pay a few extra bills, or at least feel like we're starting to get ahead, pay down some debt, pay some bills ahead of time, something. Okay, something. And some of us want to be able to start a nest egg, right? We want some funds. Some of us want to be able to have the money to invest, but we're never going to get it from just that one source of income that we have, because we're living paycheck to paycheck with that. So where can I get more sources of income from? And they look to do a side hustle there. There are folks like myself. You have your side hustle that became a main hustle, and now you're looking to do next level stuff with your life and your business. Okay. You're looking to do investments. You're looking to move abroad. You're looking to possibly getting second and third and fourth passports and citizenships, not just permanent residence, but citizenships, right? To keep yourself safe and your family safe. And this is not, I'm not trying to teach and preach doom and gloom, but I'm just being realistic and wise. Okay. We have to pay attention to what is going on around us, right? So with all of that being said, whatever the reason is that you've decided to either start your hustle, restart your hustle, or what have you, it's really important to remember that I would recommend, because this worked for me, I would recommend that you stop looking at it as a side hustle. When you look at something as just an extension, just something on the side, a lot of times you don't take it as seriously as you do the things that are like your main stuff. All right. So although this might not be your main source of income just yet, I would still treat it like it is. And I would treat it with some respect, and I would honor it if I expect it to grow. Right. Think about it. Even talking to a plant helps get you better growth results and even better fruit than if you're not talking to the plant. If you just completely neglect it and you just do the bare minimum, you're going to have two different kinds of plants. One's going to come out better than the other. And so if you want to have a side hustle that actually benefits you and is healthy for you and is sustainable for you, then you definitely want to make sure that you honor that, right? And that you nurture that. So really important. Okay. Now, another thing about how I created my side hustle, I try to make sure that as much as possible that I am honoring God, giving glory to God. Now, I don't need to overtly say that in every little thing that I do. But with that being said, that the glory of God does shine through me with the things that I do, and with people being able to look at my life and say, wow, you've had some cool accomplishments. God has condensed time and space in your favor at a lot of times. And like, it's amazing what happens when you look at someone and you can see God actively working in their lives.
I'm Sunny, and this is my wife Valerie. Thanks to online entrepreneurship, we were able to relocate from DC to Las Vegas in just 3 weeks.
We moved my mom into her own luxury apartment just 13 months after that. We were even able to fly across the country at a moment's notice when my dad got sick and spend precious time with him before he passed. I will forever be grateful that we had the freedom and the money to do all of those things. And we know there are plenty of people like us who want the same lifestyle.
Yes, a lifestyle where we profit for a purpose, to live a freed up lifestyle, to be there with and for the people we care about. And now we help people all over the world build businesses that actually pay off in similar ways. We want to help you build a business that lets you live life on your terms too.
When you look at someone and you can see God actively working in their lives, right? It happened with Joseph. Well, guess what? It's happening with me too. And so when things like that are the case, then you definitely want to make sure that as you grow your business and you say you're honoring God with your business, but you neglect it, right? Because you don't feel motivated that day, or because, sales didn't go your way and now you're disappointed and now you're second guessing. Got to stop that. Got to stop that. So you have to honor that business. You have to respect the fact that you are a serious business owner and you need to be serious about it. So that is a huge tip there. So with all of that being said, in terms of how I help women to be able to start and or continue growing their businesses, I actually use the principles of 2 Kings chapter 4, verses 1-7. It's all about the widow, and the widow represents so many different kinds of women out there. So not just the widow, but also the wife, the mom who's looking to protect her children and save them, right? And the single mom now that she's a widow, and the woman who is looking to become a little bit more independent, right? The woman who wants to be able to change how she lives. The widow represents all of those types of women. So I'm sure that you may find yourself in one of those categories. Now, when it comes to it, here's something else. She also represents the woman who ends up in a pickle through no fault of her own, right? Because it's her husband's debt that she's trying to figure out how to take care of, not her own. So when you look at it like that, it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm in a pickle. Or I want to avoid being in a pickle. I feel the pickle coming, right? So if that's the case, then you're probably intrigued by now and you're wondering, well, what did this widow do? How did she solve this issue? And what she did was she sought out a man of God first, right? Well, I'm a woman of God, so let's get busy. Let's get to work, right? Now, this man of God, Elisha, asked her, right? She came to him. She told him what the deal was, right? And he asked her, what is in your house? Now, you would think if somebody comes to you talking about, I am deep in debt, I need some money quick, because if I don't come up with it, they're going to take my sons. Okay. You don't expect somebody to respond with, I see. Well, what do you have in your house? No, you're hoping maybe that they'll pull out their wallet, give you some money, or refer you to some place you could go to take care of this debt or to eliminate the debt or something, champ. So she answers him no. And she says, well, I got this little small bottle of oil in my house. And he says, great, go home. Make sure you get that bottle of oil, but also go throughout your neighborhood, go ask for some empty vessels. Okay. Borrow them. He didn't tell her to buy them. He didn't tell her to steal them, borrow them. And he said, borrow not a few. So go get a lot. Now it's her and her sons. It doesn't say how many sons she has, so we don't even know the amount. So let's just trust that they all went out there, they all got the vessels and came back with a lot. Okay. Now, this woman gets her oil, she's pouring out of this small bottle, filling these vessels up. Fills up one, asks her son for the next one, fills that one up, asks her son for the next one, fills that one up. That is supernatural. There's a supernatural phenomenon going on here. Just the same way that Jesus could bless that fish and loaves of bread and it multiplies. Her oil was multiplying. See, there was something already inside that was exactly what she needed to be the catalyst to change her life. It was the thing that was anointed, that empowered her to get wealth. There is something inside of you that you can already package, put in a vessel, and sell, right? Because that's the next thing that she was told to do. Now that you filled these vessels up, go sell them. Sell them. She sold all of them. And it was not only enough money to pay off the debt, because remember, God does exceedingly abundantly above all that you could ever ask or think. So it was so much money that she got from the sales that she not only paid the debt, but she had so much money left over that she was able to live the rest of her life off the rest, and her sons too. And who knows how many there were. Could have been 2, could have been 8, but she had the money and it saved her sons, and they all could live off the rest. Child, I don't know about you, but that is a really great scripture about starting your own home business. So who knew? And so I want you to think about that. There's something inside of you. There's something in your home, right? Your temple, that is your body. There's something within that God has already anointed like oil and has blessed about you, that once you package it up, you can sell it. He will cause it to multiply. He will cause it to be a blessing to you. He will cause your hands to prosper. Okay. And I'm not just talking about prospering money wise, although that money will come, but I'm also talking about the relationships you're going to build and the fulfillment that you're going to have from being able to help other people with what you know and your experience and your skills and your natural talents and gifts, but it ain't so natural because it comes from the source. But you get what I'm saying, right? And you'll be able to offer that yourself. And who knows, maybe it'll be just as life-changing for you as it was for her, because there's a reason why God put that passage in there. And maybe the reason is you. Okay, so I use that as the blueprint. There was 8 major steps, and the number 8 in biblical terms is a beautiful number because it represents new beginnings. And so I decided to call my experience, because I don't just have programs, child. It's an experience, because you're going to be able to experience change and transformation in real time as you're going through it, if you actually go through it and be serious about it. So with new beginnings, it starts you off with at least trying to discover your oil and getting some clarity on that, getting some ideas on what you can do with this oil that could turn into great income for you, so that you can live off the rest. And if that weren't enough, I got to throw some AI technologists in there. Okay. Now, I'm not the one that's very technical, but my husband is, and he has programmed some AI that is available for you. We named her Grace. Grace. Okay. And she is able to help you along the way with any time that you may get stuck and you're not quite sure. She's also there to help you figure out, hey, here are some streams of income that you can start. Here's the way that you can, here's some ideas for how you can start a business around this particular talent or gift or skill or experience. So it's really cool how that works, and you'll definitely want to grab it. Okay. Now, I know some folks they feel a certain kind of way about people charging things. They're like, oh, well, you supposed to be this woman of God. Why aren't you giving it away for free? Because if I give it away for free, that totally negates the whole point of the story that I'm basing this on in the first place. And that is to use your gift and package it and sell it to help others. Well, that's what I have, right? I have a gift of being able to educate, enlighten, and empower you to know where your power resides and to be able to cultivate that and package that into something that will help you. Right now, some people might say, oh, it's just a course. You just out here trying to sell a course. Okay, believe whatever you want. I don't care. But all I know is this. I took a lot of time, effort, energy, care, prayer, and experience that I poured into this and prayed over. And I did this to make sure that somebody out there could finally get the answers that they need without feeling like, oh my gosh, like everybody's selling stuff that has no value, doesn't make any sense. Like finally, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay. Because I've been doing this for a long time. I've been an entrepreneur my entire adult life, honestly, a little longer than that. I started my first business when I was 12, and I felt led to do that back then, and it was successful. And then once I was out of high school, had time to really think about what I wanted to do. By 19, I had started my own business yet again. It was a different business. And I have owned different types of businesses in different types of industries. I have a really good grasp on what it means to be an entrepreneur. So you're in good hands in terms of my experience, but also the fact that along my life journey, I have been really connecting more with God. And maybe that is something you're looking to do too. Maybe you're like, yeah, I'm excited to start a business, but I don't want to start a business that's going to be fleeting. I don't want to start a business where I'm going to be on a financial roller coaster up and down. I want to start a business where I know that this is something that is spirit led that I'm doing because I'm starting it from the very beginning that way. And I'm going to continue to stay connected to my source so he can continue to supply. If that is what you're looking for, that is what I have. And if you know, you know. If you get it, you get it. And if you don't, you don't. So don't buy it. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. But anyway, I really hope that helps because, I feel bad that it's starting to become more and more, side hustles are starting to become more and more of a necessity. You can no longer rule it out and look at it as just an option anymore. People need another stream of income. People know that one paycheck is not enough. And in this society, in this time that we're living in, that's unfortunate, but it doesn't mean you're defeated. And there are ways to get creative and let God pour into you in a way that lets you be able to fully live off the rest. So definitely check that out. Once you go through that, you have options after. You can then decide, okay, I want the rest of the steps on how to now turn this gift that I have, turn this oil that I have into a business. So you can take the next step, which is grace-based business. If you like to do things more self-paced, if you want something more hands-on, you've got me. Take my hand, okay? And you can do my coaching where I'll walk you through what to do. And if you are like, cool, I know what I want to do with the business, but I ain't got time to be spending weeks and months and possibly a year or more trying to learn all the ins and outs of business. I just want the business built and then I can go out here and run it. If that's what you want, get this. I actually have a way for you to be able to get that business built for you and get it built, not where it's this cookie cutter thing like a franchise, but get it built where it's custom built for you based on your oils. So it makes a lot of sense to go through new beginnings first so that you know what kind of business you even want. And then once you've done that, you can seek out my tech team. You can borrow my tech team and they will build the business for you. How long it takes depends on what kind of build you want. And they'll do the concept of what you want to do, the design, the program or service or product or whatever it is that you want built, and even the automations that'll go with it so that you can have a well-oiled machine when it comes to your brand new online business. So if that's what you're looking for, make sure that you are ready to invest in that or in the coaching. Or if, you're not in the financial position just yet, then go ahead and at least continue on with grace-based business. And right now, there's really great specials going on at the time that I'm recording this. So I don't know when you see this, but you better go click them links now so you can go see if it's still there or if I have some special going on. Even if I don't, everything is reasonably priced, so you're good to go. It's really a matter of understanding business. Hey, this is a business that you're about to dive into, and you want to make sure that you have professionals that you're working with. So like I said, at this point, this has been over 27, 28 years of experience that you're getting to be able to draw and pick my brain if you decide to do your one-on-one coaching with me. And then also on top of the decades of entrepreneurial experience, specifically dealing with online coaching, online business coaching, I have over 11 years of experience with that, like 10, 11 years with that already. And I am big on making things as simple as humanly possible to get you on your way. So you don't necessarily have to do 6 months of coaching and training with me per se. But you will definitely want to have just a few sessions, get yourself moving, and continue to build that momentum to have a successful business. I love focusing on Kairos time as opposed to Chronos time. So we are going to get aligned with the Lord, and we are going to allow Him to lead us to the right place at the right time in front of the right people. We are also going to focus on the fact that because we're on Kairos time and not Chronos time, we don't have to worry about the three-dimensional realm. We are outside of time and space because God is Lord over time and space, and He can condense time and condense space and put you right where you need to be when you need to be there in order to achieve what it is that you want. So I like to look at those things. I like to do things with wisdom and discernment. And so those are the things that we focus on as, we get this business built. So really excited about that. And then on top of that, having true professionals, folks that know what they're doing. I'm not good with tech. So why would I do your tech for you? I'm not. I'm gonna let you borrow my team at a discounted price. You're paying way less than what I have to pay to get stuff done. So, look forward to that. Look forward to that. Let God lead you to whichever option makes the most sense to you, and do it. Don't let that fear stop you from taking that next step. Allow the Lord to remove that fear. Let His love cast that fear out, and you take that next step, and we'll get to work. Okay. So thank you so much for hanging with me. I'm really excited. I wish you all the best, whether you end up working with me or not, in your endeavors to move forward with building your business and having good success.